Hello and welcome to No Pressure English. This is episode number 27 of the podcast. Jesus, already, okay. Anyway, today we're going to talk about one of the most important and most underestimated verbs in English, get. Now honestly, this verb is like a cheat code. If you learn how to use it properly, you can survive and sound natural in a wide range of situations. But here's the problem. A lot of learners avoid it completely. They seem to think it's either too simple, or they're afraid of using it incorrectly, or I don't know. Instead, they often go for more formal verbs like to obtain. But in real English, like for example, we don't usually say, I obtained my visa. We say, I got my visa. It was approved. Simple, natural, done. Okay? So today I'm going to go through the most useful meanings of get. Not everything, just ones that are really useful in daily life. So number 1, get as receive or obtain. I got your message. I was just leaving the house, phone in one hand, keys in the other, and I saw it pop up. So I got it, don't worry. I got an email this morning, I checked it over coffee, and it was the confirmation I'd been waiting for. My visa got approved. At Christmas, I always get socks. Every year, the same ritual. I open the present and think, yeah, socks again. Not exciting, but very practical. So number 2, get can be used to buy or to order something. Example, yesterday, I went to the shop to get some strawberries. But while I was there, I decided to get a bottle of wine, some yogurts, and some bread. I kind of got lost, guys. So, yeah, I went there to get strawberries and I ended up getting a lot of stuff. Okay, and anytime I'm in a restaurant, I always get pasta. Okay, because I have an addiction to pasta. So I always order or I always get pasta. Number 3, get is often used in place of to offer. Can I get you something? Can I offer you something? For example, when you visit someone's house in Ireland, the first thing they'll ask is, can I get you a cup of tea or a cup of coffee? And that's just a very natural way of offering something. And number 4, to get, as in to arrive. So I got home late on Saturday night. I was at a concert, it ran much later than expected, and even when I left the venue, I was still buzzing with excitement. So I got home really late on Saturday. I got to the shop just before it closed yesterday evening. The lights were literally being turned down as I walked in. Okay, so I arrived there just before it closed. I got to the shop just before it closed. And another example, in Ireland, we're kind of obsessed with the time it takes to travel anywhere. So you'll often hear the question, how long did it take you to get there? So how long did it take you to arrive at your destination? Or how long did it take you to get back? How long did it take you to return or to get home? So this is very common. Number 5 is to get, as in to become. I get tired every day after lunch. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the food. I don't know if it's too much coffee or a lack of coffee. A different example, I get annoyed in traffic. If I'm sitting in traffic, not moving, watching other people do silly things on the road or on their phones while they're driving, I can feel myself getting a little bit annoyed. The anger rises a little bit. But I'm working on it. Another general example, it's getting dark quite late in Ireland these days. Right, it's getting dark, or it will get dark this evening at 10 to 10, more or less, and it will get bright again tomorrow morning at 10 past 5. So yeah, guys, there's not much darkness at the moment in Ireland. And then number 6, to get, as in to understand. So let's say, for example, a teacher is giving a lesson and they finish explaining something. They pause and they look around the room. Some people look confused and the others look like they understood the explanation. The teacher might ask, did you get it? Did you understand the explanation? Did you get it? Or if someone says something quickly, maybe in a conversation, and you miss one word in the middle, suddenly the whole sense of the phrase might disappear, and you might think, oh, I didn't get that at all. I didn't understand that at all. And guys, this is one that happens a lot if you have no sense of humor or if you're speaking in another language and your level is just not high enough to really understand sarcasm or jokes yet. Someone might make a joke and you could think, Yeah, I didn't get that. I hope that wasn't about me. Or you might just turn to the person next to you and say, I didn't get that. Can you explain the joke to me? And now our last one for today is number 7, guys, which is to get, as in to use transport. So for example, I get the train to work every day. Same platform, every morning. Same routine, same people, half asleep with coffee in their hands. Yeah, I get the train to work every morning. And another example, I got a taxi to the airport last week. It was early, I didn't want to risk it, so I went straight from the door to the terminal. I got a taxi. Alright guys, so those are some of the core meanings of the verb to get. And already with just these, you can do a huge amount in English. This verb is very multifunctional in that we can use it in a variety of sentences to express different meanings. So that's what makes this verb so useful and difficult on occasion. It all depends on the situation. So this is just one part of a small series which will focus on the verb to get. Because once we start adding prepositions, for example, to get off, to get on, or to get over, that's when things can get a little bit more complicated and sometimes a little bit more dangerous. Okay? So we'll look at that in the next episode. Have a great week, guys. Take care. Ciao. Ciao.